Paul Rykoff knows all about that. He's the host of the Independent Americans podcast and joins us all the time on military issues. What about that last point Joe Khalil was making, that, you know what, there's some real stuff going on with Ukraine, and Senate and House better get moving?
I think that's the most important point of all, because it's all about our national security in the end.
Yeah.
And every time there's dysfunction in Washington, our enemies are celebrating. When we can't get support to Ukraine, Putin loves it. When we can't get support to Israel, Hamas loves it. When we can't secure the border, our enemies are happy about it. So I think we have to take a bigger step back and recognize that the dysfunction in the House specifically is a national security problem.
Yeah.
That's why so many people in this country are fed up with the Congress. That's why you saw in Nevada, 62% of primary voters voted for none of the candidates, because people are frustrated with the dysfunction and that nothing's getting done. And now it has real national security implications.
And you're right. The House Republicans, you hear sometimes, oh, this happens. This is politics. It happens on both sides. But it doesn't happen as a 50-50 proposition all the time.
Yeah.
Everybody plays politics. But right now, the story is the House Republicans. It's happening more and more with House Republicans. The New York Times this morning had this article that said the dysfunction reigns in the Congress. And right after that, it said, in a day of chaos in the Capitol, Republicans failed to impeach the Homeland Security Secretary, lost a vote to speed aid to Israel, and cheered the demise of a border deal they had demanded. So that was yesterday, and now today we're still not sure what's going on.
It's Super Bowl week in America, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the quarterback's responsible, and Speaker Johnson's the quarterback in the House. So he's got the ball in his hands. He's got to put points on the board. And if any quarterback put up those kind of scores, they'd be out and they'd be replaced. And that's why you're seeing so much frustration, bipartisan frustration with Congress. They need a person who can get stuff done. And you can say what you will about Boehner or about Pelosi, but they got things done, right? And that's ultimately what Johnson's going to be judged by right now.
Because the Mayorkas stuff, I tried to make this point on the show yesterday, it's not about whether you agree with him or think the policy has been right, but everybody knew that was going into that vote that there was no chance of him being kicked out.
Well, and it's wasting time. It's wasting time, right? Wasting valuable time. They're not in session that much anyway. They're going to be on another long break soon, so they've got a compressed congressional schedule where they've got to get the urgent priorities through. And right now, Ukrainians are running out of ammunition trying to take out Putin's army. So that's how dire the straits are. And we look like a laughingstock, I think, especially to our allies who are waiting for our Congress just to get basic things through.
Now, Mayorkas, by the way, himself, he's still obviously the Homeland Security Secretary after all that failed yesterday, and would have been anyway. He had a news conference today on Super Bowl security, but he was asked about the whole impeachment stuff. We haven't heard this yet, but here's how it sounded. Take a listen.
How do you feel this morning after narrowly avoiding impeachment yesterday?
I've answered this question before. I'll gladly answer it again. The allegations are baseless, and I'm focused on the work, which was what brings me to Las Vegas today.
Republicans have indicated they may hold another vote, and they might have the numbers at that point to impeach you. If that happened, would you consider stepping aside?
No, I would not.
Not considering stepping aside, but the point there that was asked is true. They're apparently going to bring this up again next week when they get Scalise back. He wasn't there, and they're going to try it again.
And it's probably going to fail again.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
or even if it does, it doesn't go anywhere in the Senate.
And he's got to try to, keep a couple 100,000 people secure at the Super Bowl. And it's one of many soft target sites that we've got to be worried about, especially as Hamas and others around the globe are making threats. We can't get lulled into complacency where we think that we can't get hit here. Homeland security is everybody's security, and it should, in my view, transcend partisanship, because we need people on the line defending us day and night, and especially in high-profile events like the Super Bowl.
Can we talk a little bit about what's happening overseas? We're going to have more on it in a few minutes, but it doesn't look good for any kind of a deal hostage-wise. I mean, Blinken, we're still waiting, by the way, as I said, to hear from the secretary. If he starts speaking, we'll take his comments overseas. But he met with Netanyahu, right? We thought they're going to talk about some sort of a hostage deal, some sort of a ceasefire. Meeting ends, Netanyahu says, forget it, rejects the Hamas demands. So this doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon.
No. I mean, it can quickly fall apart, right? And we're still hoping that Hezbollah stays out of this. I think everybody's trying to keep a lid on this right now, except for our enemies. And that's getting tougher and tougher by the day. And in the same way, Johnson's going to be evaluated. So is Netanyahu. Right. He's got to get things done. He's got to get hostages out. He's got to allay the political concerns back home. And he's in a very precarious political situation too, and his popularity is dropping. So if he's weak back home, it's going to make Israel weaker in the fight, and it's going to make all our allies weaker. So he's a problem, and I think until they figure out how to navigate this, it's going to continue to weaken.
Netanyahu, you mean, is a problem?
I do. I mean, he can't get things done. And I think whether you're in Israel or you're in America, people want leaders who can get things done, especially when the chips are down.
All right, Paul, thank you as always. I know we talked about military issues. You saw probably that helicopter, by the way. We're going to talk about it in a moment. Just a quick word maybe on those Marines they're searching for out west?
Just a reminder of how dangerous it is to be in uniform. We lost 3 soldiers just a week ago. We lost some Navy SEALs before that. And we've got men and women, serving in uniform every single day. And even training is dangerous.
It is indeed. Paul Rieckhoff, thank you, Paul. This is